This week we might take a break from the horrors of everyday politics to talk about and celebrate and mourn a life well lived. Hazel Hawke. Hazel was too often just dismissed as the first wife of Bob Hawke, and not an important person in her own right. She was seen as a sort of moon revolving round and reflected in the glory of his sun. But nothing could be further from the truth, because for much of the partnership, and it was a partnership, Hazel was the one who not only supplied the solid ground, the practical earthing of the partnership, but also the passion, the reformist passion that drove it. She was the one who focused Bob's ambition into doing something worthwhile for the country. They met, as young people do, in Perth, and Hazel at that stage was already working for the Brotherhood of St Lawrence. Her life was set on good works and practical works, and it persisted through most of the marriage, through all the traumas, through Bob's drinking and womanising, all of which was very painful to her. But she not only bore it, she used it. She used it to improve herself, to work for others throughout. She was a tireless optimist, a wonderfully cheerful person. And she had her causes, of course. Women, particularly women in domestic trouble. She was also always while Bob was talking about how awful things were, it was Hazel who founded the women's shelters, got them a warm meal and somewhere to sleep. Aborigines. While Bob was talking about reconciliation, Hazel was getting the teachers into the outback schools, making sure they all had a chance at proper education. And of course, drug addiction. Her own daughter was a drug addict, and she worked tirelessly at that too. But always optimistic, always cheerful, always confident that things could be improved. In her last days, when she was suffering from dementia, she came out in public to say so, to get help for the others suffering from that disease. She never despaired, and she never worried about herself. It was always other people for Hazel. She was a truly good person, loved by everybody who met her, and admired by all those who didn't. Australia's a sadder place today, but it's a much better place because of Hazel Hawke. Cheers, Hazel. Sorry, I'm Mungo McCallum.